that day, Friday, July 11th, Google has announced a $2.4 billion deal. They got on the phone right away. They structure a reverse acqui-hire with a licensing deal. Now, I have wondered whether this is effectively a way to get around FTC examination of the deal, because it's not technically an acquisition. It is a very unusual acquisition format that isn't an acquisition because it's an acqui-hire. They do not acquire the company. Instead, they hire the CEO, Varun Mohan, and the co-founder, Douglas Chen, and about 40 of the best engineers, R&D employees. They all get paid bank. They split between them $2.4 billion just for the talent and a non-exclusive license to Windsurf's tech. Non-exclusive, you understand. Mostly that is $2.4 billion for 42 people. That's a good deal. Like, divide out those numbers. That is a good deal. The remaining 250,000 employees, the remaining 250 employees are not included in this deal, don't know about this deal, aren't participating in this deal. Their equity is more or less worthless, because what they get is $100 million in remaining cash in the company, and they don't have the option to compete on their tech exclusively because Google can now license their tech, and they don't have their best R&D employees, they don't have their founders, and they are left screwed, for lack of a better term. Now, I will say not everyone views it that way. I thought that engineering maven, Gergely Orosz, had a really good point when he said, honestly, as bad as it may be if you're in it, the outcome for Windsurf across the board is better than most startup outcomes. And he is right. Most startup outcomes, 90% plus, go to the wall. They fail. The startup equity is worth zero. The fact that you got paid and that some of your employees and your founders got something is still better than the zero outcome you would expect on most startups. That may be true, but I think what Gergely misses is the trust-breaking nature of this choice. There has been an implicit contract in the Valley where founders are in it for the long haul with their companies. If that starts to break down because the AI salary pressures are so insane that it is better to be an employee than to be a founder at a major R&D firm like Google for AI, we have cracks in the Silicon Valley ecosystem. It does not sit well with me that a founder would be rewarded for walking away from their startup and leaving their employees in the lurch.